Welcome to Wise Beyond Bitcoin, where you come for education, analysis, and opportunities in crypto and blockchain. My name is Lucas.
My name is Ryan.
And stay tuned because this is the week that we pump out a lot of technical content. I know that I've been helping people streamline their crypto wallets and get involved in DeFi. And speaking of DeFi, we've got some great news today because we like to keep you up to date on what's going on in the world, what's going on in the markets and the world economy, and how it applies to you if you're in blockchain and crypto, and where you stand in the new technological revolution. This is not financial advice. This is just educational information. It's entertainment, and we're all riding this new wave together and learning from each other. So feel free to drop a comment. If you have a project you want us to look at, hit the like button, the notification button, and the bell if you like this kind of content and you want to stay up to date when we drop more knowledge bombs. The knowledge bomb of today, Ryan, what do we find here, brother?
Well, this is a big news article, news story coming over the wire. So what's going on? U.S. regulators are exploring how banks could hold crypto assets. So we have a interview that was given by Jelena McWilliams, who's the FDIC chairperson. And they gave an interview today saying that there's a team of U.S. regulators and they're getting together to look to provide a foundation or a roadmap for allowing banks to have, to use and kind of interact with crypto, to hold it as collateral, to facilitate trading, to have their customers to own it, to trade it, and then even as collateral for loans. So that's very cool. It's definitely an exciting step for down the road of institutional interest, and now we're seeing more and more these two financial sandboxes are being integrated, and it's becoming mainstream, and it won't be long before you'll be able to enjoy looks like crypto services from your bank.
So this seems like the inevitable evolution of this technology. Many people have understood, once you understand how blockchain works and how much more efficient it is at securing the accounting, the ledger, the information, and how it operates, you realize, like email or like cars, this is a technology that more people will adopt and more people will use. So for those of you who've been in crypto and Uniswap, and we've talked about Banky on Avalanche, Aave on Ethereum, Phantom, didn't you say Phantom has a new project coming out?
Yeah, there's a new liquidity protocol, liquidity farm that's being launched on Phantom. We'll do a video on that to get more into the details.
Sure, but so many of these projects, they allow people already right now to lock up assets on chain and receive a loan, a collateral based loan. So right. It's like the banks now, it's interesting because if you've been in crypto for years, many people thought, oh, it's a war between, entities or institutions and who's going to win, who's to fail. But what we find, all markets are made up of men and women. And as we all learn this new technology, you adapt and overcome. And right. A lot of these banks now are looking that this technology is not going to go anywhere. It's more efficient and it's growing rapidly. And if they want to maintain a foothold in the financial services industry, if they want to maintain relevance, then they're going to have to start offering those services to their clients and offer, and maybe some kind of a vetting and a benefit. I would think that if you went through some of these larger banks, that they would only have coins that have been audited, or only have, right. Or maybe even provide some level of FDIC. I mean, think about this. She's from the FDIC.
Right.
Which technically, if you're in crypto and blockchain, you don't need an FDIC because the way the ledgering works. But
right.
There's also, it's such a fast growing ecosystem. There's pump and dumps, projects go wrong. So maybe banks will offer some type of service that protect, their hodlers.
Well, they're going to have to figure out, for one, what class of assets they're going to accept as collateral, because you wouldn't just accept any. And then what are the protocols for doing, for what you'll allow your customers, or what you won't, what if you're open to it all, so they'll have to figure that out. What jeopardizes their FDIC the standards, or insurance, whatever, what jeopardizes the insurance of that system. There's going to be different regulations, I'm sure they'll have to figure out and explore. But I think that we're seeing that they're realizing that they're going to have to be open to it to some degree, because they even have a quote that says it as much. Here it says that if we don't bring this activity inside the banks, it is going to develop outside the banks, and then the federal regulators won't be able to regulate it. So I think that's what's pushing this movement, is this awareness that the evolution of banking and finance is going to occur with or without the approval of these people, these powers, and these regulators. So they better go with it rather than fight it, because if not, then if they fight it and just ignore it and don't try to work with it, then it's going to create a system they have no control over.
Here's another good quote from the article from McWilliams. My goal in this interagency group is to basically provide a path for banks to be able to act as a custodian of these assets, use crypto assets, digital assets as some form of collateral. So that's interesting, right? Because what makes blockchain, if you're new to crypto and you're wanting to, what makes blockchain and crypto so relevant and so valuable is the fact that you don't need a custodian. It's right. That you can be the custodian of your own digital asset and make these move yourselves. However, decentralized exchanges, a lot of these platforms are not intuitive. They're different. Right. And I can see how these banks can, like you said, basically provide a path to streamline it and make it easy for a lot of people who don't even care to learn or understand it until it's right there at their local.
And these banks are, once they have the legal ability to do this, they would probably innovate products which would act as like cross-chain, liquidity aggregators and chasing the best yields, and they would save money on gas. They could innovate ways to to save money on gas fees. So there'd be various products that they can innovate that would do what you're saying, make it easier for people who don't have that expertise. So I definitely feel like there's a market they're serving. But the question is for someone who just wants to buy and hold, like just buy Bitcoin and just hold it, like what's the real gain here? And I guess if you know nothing about computers and the whole thing's daunting, then sure, go to your bank and just say, hey, take it out of my account, and tell me, update me on how my portfolio looks, but if you have any savvy at all, it makes more sense to do it yourself.
Absolutely. And if you want to learn how to do it yourself, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because in the next week and coming days, we're going to be dropping a lot of technical videos, not only to show you how you can easily acquire crypto, multiple ways that you can acquire crypto, but we're going to show you where to store it, how to acquire it, how to download a crypto wallet, which crypto wallets should you use, and to help you get the most performance, the most access to these variable digital assets. It's important to have access to private keys, right? And fundamentals.
Yep. And knowing about airdrops and new bridges and new tokens and platforms and all the above, right?
And how to stake and generate. Many of these cryptocurrencies give you the ability to stake it, which means you put it away and earn an interest on it, since most people are taking advantage of being early in these technologies anyway. They're not trying to turn around. This is not trading advice. We're looking for macro value. Right. We're looking for those long-term, those projects that are innovating and have the potential to be around for a long time. Of course, it's a fast developing ecosystem, which is why we continue to stay on top of it. But that being said, the more you start to learn, the more you start to understand those projects that are adding value and creating new dynamic layers. So with that being said, this is great news. This is huge. Good find, Ryan. This is
it's exciting.
It's exciting. And I guess now that we see this, it seems kind of inevitable, but it wasn't the narrative years ago, right? The narrative.
No, that's true.
This displacement, and now we're seeing how this is actually kind of nudging innovation at a lot of these institutions.
It won't be this or that; it'll be this and that.
Very
Right.
And obviously this will also allow, because this is for the US FDIC, but crypto assets, unlike the Federal Reserve and monetary systems of the past, this is a worldwide, this is a
Right. Crosses jurisdictions.
network. And so, yeah, so allowing people in the US to have more access to crypto assets is going to benefit hodlers of these crypto assets all over the world.
I imagine that El Salvador and rumors of other countries looking to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender, that's definitely lighting a fire under the regulators. There's definitely some awareness that, okay, this is whatever nations are the first movers to really adopt this are going to do well, and let's not get left behind.
Absolutely. And the United States has historically for some time been considered one of a first world leading nation when it comes to financial services and the financial
right.
anything. So it would be kind of embarrassing if the US, American people, one of the
we're Luddites about it, right?
Most liberated country were Luddites and we're banning and preventing people
right.
while the rest of the world is developing at light speed. So this is
that'd be tragic. Good
news overall for crypto, good news for US citizens and really for the ecosystem at large. So man, good find, brother.
Well, like and subscribe. We're putting more videos out, like Luke said.
Yep, we got our YouTube channel right here. We got information on the secret to airdrops, earning free crypto, more how-tos coming. We'll continue to drop analysis on the news and the updates as they come. We will be doing weekly live streams. We had a technical issue this week that had us temporarily out of the account, but we're back and rocking. So we might have a surprise live stream coming later this week. They're usually on Mondays. Stay tuned for that. Of course, we've got our website, which one day it will be finished. And but until then, bookmark it, because I was actually walking through someone at the website who's just getting into crypto. And if anything, it's just a great resource to have access to the news. Most of the YouTube channels that you'll find, these crypto educators and ambassadors, they're pulling articles right from Cointelegraph, right from Coin.
Yeah.
So you can get in there, read these articles yourself, bookmark.
Save time.
Nomics.com, Coin Paprika, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. You can check out the daily charts. There's apps for your phone. And yes.
And we have all the links to the protocols as well, or many.
We do. We've got links to many stablecoins, although we've got one big stablecoin to rule them all. We're going to be updating the Luna UST. And that's a lot of good news.
It's a work in progress.
Totally. But a beautiful work. And it's beautiful to be a part of this ecosystem and this community. Thank you for your support and that good vibes. Until the next time, have a beautiful day and namaste.